Hello, I'm Reverend Gary Lett, and I have my granddaughter Victory with me. She will not leave me alone today, so she's here in this interview with me. First of all, I want to say what a pleasure it is to be here with George and Rolene and their fine establishment. And it's been a long haul here, 2 years in the making for this show that's called Nailed Scarred Hands, and it's basically symbolic of Jesus and his suffering on the cross, the nails that were driven into his hands. So we just give him all honor and praise and glory for all that you see here today. And I must give a shout out to P-Town, Pomona. I grew up only about a mile south of here on Main Street, 1368. So this gives me great privilege to be here as an old man, having walked around these streets as a child, but now I'm here to showcase the inspiration that God has given me through his divine inspiration, whereby I have fabricated these sculptures. And so I just give him the praise and the glory. And so I have next to me one of the made pieces. I hate to use the word creation because I feel that only God can create something from nothing. So I say I made it because I use all that he created in order to make. And so we have a piece that's called Nick at Night. So in short, Nick represents Nicodemus. He was one of the Pharisees, and he was a great Pharisee. A Pharisee was one of the Hebrews that did all of the teaching of the Scripture. And when I say Scripture, I mean the Old Testament. And so, but he had an encounter with Jesus, and it was all based on can a man be born again? And so here you have a scholar realizing that, you know what, you're only born once, so how can you be reborn? And so Jesus was speaking spiritually, but he, of having his high intellect, he's just thinking physically. So he said, can a man re-enter into his mother's womb? So here we have Nicodemus trying as hard as he can to somehow re-enter into his mother's stomach. So he's looking kind of perplexed, sucking on his finger, and his mother here is kind of looking at him saying, my son, what is he trying to do? So this is what we have here. And if you notice, the highlight is all of Nicodemus because the story really is focusing in on him. And light that is being illumined on him is symbolic of Christ. The light that Christ is wanting to interject into the life of Nicodemus. And so this is one of the pieces that I have. I have 12 sculptures total. And so my whole objective was to have this show in the month of December, 12 sculptures, and in the year 2012. So I know that right now there's this concert going on, being booked as the 12-12-12 concert for the people who suffered from the hurricane. But they took that concept from me. So I have that 2 years ago. So anyway, I appreciate you all coming and listening to this spiel on the sculpture, Nailed Scarred Hands. So thank you all very much.
And if we wanted to see more work, how can we contact you?
I can be reached. Email is letts_do_art@yahoo.com. Spelled out as LETTS_DO_ART. Also, I can be found on Facebook under Gary Lett, and that's how I can be reached.
All right, thank you so much.
Welcome.